Good morning. Just here doing some devotions before I start some work. My little pond, my little paradise in Greensburg. So I was listening to a training yesterday in a series or a course I'm taking called Wealth with God, and he was talking through Psalm 23, and I know this chapter. I've memorized it. I could say it off the top of my head. It is, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lay down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You will prepare a table in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So I don't say that to brag or whatever. I just memorized this a long time ago. But what I never thought about, didn't think about several things, but it is a picture of the Lord's provision for us. So the Lord is the shepherd means literally like shepherds guide the sheep. The sheep don't have to worry. They are the provider, the caretaker, the protector, all of the things for the sheep, and we are the sheep. But then what I had never thought about before, a few things here. One, he makes me lay down in green pasture. And the teacher said, when do sheep lay down? When they are full. If it's a green pasture and the sheep is not full, it's not going to lay down, it's going to eat. It's going to be trying to meet its needs and satisfy its longings. But if it's laying down in green pasture, that means that all of its needs are met and it's not worried about filling it up anymore. Same thing with leads me beside quiet waters, not to drink the water, but to lay beside it because they aren't thirsty. So with the Lord as our shepherd, we aren't hungry, we aren't thirsty, we aren't fearful because he is protecting us with his rod and his staff. So there's no reason for worry for our basic needs. There's no reason for worry for our safety. And another thing too is whenever it says he anoints my head with oil and my cup overflows, the anointing with oil is like representative of health. And they used to anoint their head with oil for like the priests would, but also for forgiveness and for just health and wellness, that kind of thing. And then the cup overflowing, I think a lot of times we think, oh, my cup's full enough. Like, God's given me enough that I need to meet my needs. But he's saying, no, I'm not just going to give you enough. I am going to overflow your life so that it spills out to where you can serve other people. Which is profound to me, because I think sometimes we just get in our head, well, if I just had enough to meet my needs. And he's like, no, I'm not going to give you just enough for you. I'm going to give you so much that other people benefit from it. And then the last thing that I'd never thought about before was you prepare a table in the presence of my enemies. We are to love our enemies. So literally sit down and invite them to eat with us from a place of safety, security, and having all of our needs met. So I hope that blesses you. If you are familiar with Psalm 23, I hope that this gives you a different perspective that maybe you never thought about before, that can assure you just what it means to have the Lord as our shepherd. Literally, we should not be in want for anything because of his provision.